So like how much do you need to produce a liter of milk? This will depend from here, and we started with long-horned cows. We started with using artificial inseminations, cross number 1, number 2, number 3, now up to where you are. Right now we have a cow that can... In the grazing paddocks. And in the grazing paddocks, there are several things that we are going to look at. One right now we are going to talk about calf management, which is also one of the critical areas that you should put emphasis at the farm, because we believe to just show you some of the behaviors in dairy cows. For example, in the morning, we saw one cow was not walking very well, and when we checked, we realized that there is something that was disturbing her food. So if you look at it now, when we were coming in this paddock, we found when these cows were in a group of 3, 4, and 5 to 8. But if you look at the other cow, she's sleeping alone. She has isolated herself from the group. Means this cow is not feeling very well. There must be something that is disturbing, and that is the cow that we saw in the morning that was not walking very well, because when we checked, we found that there was something in the food that was disturbing her. And it's very important for farmers to follow up and see how the cows are behaving. Then another thing, we call it happy lines. What do we mean by happy lines? Happy lines, these are the lines, the stretch marks on a cow, showing that this cow is very okay, not sick, and the cow is happy. So those are some of the things that you need to look at. This one, many people call it Asia, but this is not Asia, this is Ganji. Though it resembles the Asia, some of the breeds that we have, this is the only Ganji that we have at this farm. The rest of them, we said we do the crossing. You can get the Ganji, you cross it with Frisian. You can get Jersey, you cross it with Frisian. That's why you will find we have a cross Frisian and a cross Jersey.
Keep it farming with AIM Agriculture.
AIM Agriculture, I want to take this chance to welcome you to Uganda, and specifically in Mbarara district, Western Uganda, and at RDI, Rural Dairy Investments, where we have the training center. We do train the youth who wants to do agriculture and whoever is interested in dairy farming. And like I told you, here we do breeding and genetic gain. That is our core theme, or thematic area, whereby we started by crossing these cows from the long-horned cows, and up to now we have a cross of Frisian which can give us up to 42 liters a day. And we show them how you can keep crossing, and you reach a stage and you say, I can maintain this cross because of the management and whatnot. For example, you are looking at the resistance, you are looking at the milk production, you are looking at the milk quality, and maybe you are changing the morphology of the cow. For example, you can say, I want to change the udder, I want to change the teats, I want to change the size. So those are the things that we cover during the trainings and during the crossbreeding of our cows.
Greetings to you. How are you, Dr.?
Fine, thank you.
AIM Agriculture is finally in Uganda.
Welcome.
I'm so happy to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I met a student.
Yeah.
Kamate Dairies.
Kamate Diaries.
They are doing
That is
so well.
Mark and Aine. Yeah, they are my students. I mentored them. What they are because of me. Yeah.
Guys, if you're talking of cows, not just cows, but good cows, you need to visit
RDI.
RDI. This is Rubiero Dairy
Investments.
Investments. These are the best cows. Are they originally from here?
Yeah, these cows were crossbred from here, and we started with long-horned cows. We started with using artificial inseminations, with cross number 1, number 2, number 3, now up to where you are. Right now we have a cow that can give us 42 liters a day. From long-horned cows up to here.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, more
From
than serious.
Mankole cows
To here.
to what the hell?
Yeah,
I thought
it is
these
true.
cows came by plane.
No, we do not import any cow. The only thing we do is to get semen from outside countries. But the rest, they are done from here. It's a matter of crossbreeding and you get what you want. And it is done from here.
Hey. You know Nankole cow gives 5 liters?
Yeah, there are even cows that can give you up to 10 liters. Local cows. So when you are going to breed these cows, you even go to your long-horned cows, you select the best one that gives you high milk, then you crossbreed using artificial insemination. Then it means if a longhorned cow gives you 10 liters of milk, then the offspring will start from 15 and above. That's why we have cows that can give you up to 42 liters a day.
42?
Yeah.
Here.
So the selection criteria should be very, very, very critical when you are selecting the cows for breeding. Yeah.
So you don't just buy cows, eh?
No, it's not a matter of buying cows. And commonly, many farmers, when they see black and white, they know that is a Frisian.
Tell them.
It's not just black and white that it is good. No, you must follow other features that can make it very good. For example, the udder formation, the size, where the udder is placed, and you select from those features.
So what are some of these things, Daktari, that you look at? Anyway.
One is, like I said, you look at the size of the cow, you look at the udder formation. Sometimes you even look at the hooves. How are they? The color of the hooves. When you look around, you will find that most of them, they are white, and those ones which are black, they are black without patches and whatnot. Then you look at the udder. If it is a cow that have ever given birth, you look at the teeth size and how the udder is placed, and many other things. And we've reached the extent of measuring the cow. You see the length, the height, and the body weight. Then you take a choice.
Guys, here, it's not all about black and white, is it?
To make Frisian cow.
They even measure the body length, the width, the height.
Yeah.
I don't know. But with some agricultural knowledge I acquired in school, I think we also look at the body size so that we see that a bigger cow tends to hold a bigger udder and produce more milk, is it?
Sometimes we also go deeper and look at the genetic, because sometimes you may find that the cow is very big and the udder is big, but there is no milk. And what could have happened? Maybe there was some inbreeding, you maintained the size, but you did not mind about the production. So that's why when we are crossbreeding, we must keep the record so that we remember this one is a relative to the other one, don't cross with her. This one is a relative to the other one, don't do that mistake. So even if you have a good size in terms of udder and the body weight, still you need to do the record keeping so that you don't do inbreeding. Yeah.
Daktari, there are students who are watching us.
Yeah.
The first advice you've given them, you've said very clearly, don't look at black and white.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
What is the other advice you'd give them? Because I see one characteristic in Uganda for the farms I've visited. They do semi-free range. Partly zero grazing and partly free range. Why?
The advice I would give, one is I would first encourage them to seek for knowledge, to know what they are going to do. For example, you may come here and I give you a good cow, giving me 42 liters, and you take it to your farm. What do you have in your farm in terms of feedings? Do you have pastures? Do you have water? What is the terrain of your area? Is it hilly? Is it flat?
And you said 5 pastures, not just pastures.
Not just pastures. At least you should be having more than 5 varieties of pastures in your farm. So look at your farm where you want to take this cow. You may be having a lot of money and you can buy it, because here we sell the heifers at 8 million in calf. And when you take it and you don't have those pastures that we've been talking about, you don't have feed, your area is hilly. These cows don't need to stretch a lot, and it ends up giving you less production compared to what you are expecting. So I would first encourage them to seek for knowledge, come for the training, learn what you are going to do, and the management. Because you see, in dairy farming, there are like 3 or 4 major things we consider. One is we look at the breed. If you are going for dairy, do you have the breed that is going to give you the milk? That's why we say, for us, we do breeding. We select the best cows that are going to give you milk. Then another thing, we talk about the feed. Do you have feed that you are going to feed your good breed that you've acquired? Then do you know how to manage this cow? How do you manage it? Can you know that this cow is in heat? That is heat detection. Can you know that this cow should be fed on certain amount of feed? And many other things. Can you really identify the cow that is sick? Those are the things that we do under management. I repeat them: breed, management, feeding, and many other things.
Those are the 3 secret bullets, silver bullets.
Silver bullets
Of a successful dairy farm.
Yeah.
I just have a message. I just have a good message for my followers.
Yeah.
Most of you call me from Uganda. You want cows. Where can I get cows? Surely.
This is the place.
This is the place. I visited Kamate dairies.
Yeah.
I've never seen cows that match those cows until I've come here today.
At RDI.
Yes, I'm a Kenyan. I'm a proud Kenyan. But the truth must be told.
Yeah, true.
I'm just from Rwanda today, this morning. I was in Kigali. But in the 3 countries I've been to, so far so good. There are no cows equal to Kamate dairies and equal to RDI dairies.
Yeah.
Why can't you just come for a training here? Because I think this is an institution.
Yeah, we have a
that
training
offer
center.
training. Why can't you just come here, stay with the cows
Yeah.
for a week or for 3 days?
Yeah. It's a week, strictly a week.
A week.
Yeah.
Learn how these people are doing it. Be trained, know how to feed, know how to choose the breed, even milk.
Yeah. And also, we normally tell them how they can communicate, because we found out that these cows talk, but farmers don't know the language of cows. So for example, a cow can talk just by showing you the dung. You look at the color of the dung, you look at the texture of the dung, then you know that this could be a problem. And we call it cow signals. Cow signals, they just show you signals because they cannot talk. And if you don't know how to interpret that language, it will be very difficult for you. So I do encourage farmers to come and learn the cow language.
Come and learn, guys. Come and learn. We are not paid to promote. No. Have you paid us, Dr.
No.
We are only here to enlighten you and open your eyes. We look for the best of the best like Dr. here. And then we bring them to you. You have the freshen, you have got the Jersey,
And the Asia.
and the Asher.
And the crossing.
And man, those cows look nice.
Yeah, true.
Dr.
Yeah.
As we summarize, how much do you spend producing a liter of milk?
Producing the liter of milk, it will depend on the system that you have at your farm. For example, if you supplement, if you don't supplement, it can, for example, here I will give you the case study of here. Here, I said we make silage and we let cows feed from the paddocks. And we are looking at cutting down the costs of milk production, and we increase the productivity of the farm. So like how much do you need to produce a liter of milk? This will depend on the systems that you have at the farm. For example, if you graze in the farm and you don't supplement, the cost may be go as low as to 200, because you'll find that maybe you have like 3 workers, you have the milking utensils and whatnot, the milking server. So when you do the calculations and you add up, you find that you put in less, and when you have good breeds, they give you high production, you'll find that you need less to put in and you get a lot from the sales of the milk, compared to someone who is supplementing with silage, because a kilo of silage can go up to 80 shillings Ugandan. And when you feed, plus the labor, plus the materials you use to produce a liter of milk, you can go up to 350 Ugandan shillings. We are now in the grazing paddocks, and in the grazing paddocks there are several things that we are going to look at. One is how you do the paddocks in your farm, and also the different pastures that you should be having in the in your paddocks, and also at the different stages of the recommended stage when you are supposed to let cows feed on their pastures in the paddock. Like we said in the morning, when you're walking in your farm, you should at least observe that you have more than 5 pasture varieties in the farm. For example, if I move around here, I pick a sample, I come here, I pick a sample, I make a rotation in my paddock. Then after, I come here and I check those samples that I've collected to see if I have different varieties. So for example, this is one variety, this is another variety, this is another variety, you can see, and this is another variety, and this is another variety. Remember, these varieties are scattered within your farm. So that's why we say if a cow can feed in the farm, it will get different nutrients from different pastures. That's why we recommend rotational grazing and also supplementary feeding, because what the cow will not get from the pastures, you can supplement at the time of milking, like we shall be seeing these cows going for supplementary feeding at the time of milking. And also, what I want to show you is at what stage should you let your cows to go and feed or graze. Here are some of the examples. When you look at these pastures, this one has already flowered. It can even grow taller than me. This one, it is trying to shoot. It is trying to flower. This is the booting stage we've been talking about. And we would recommend all farmers to let cows go and feed at this stage, because this is the stage when the cow will utilize the whole plant. It means all the nutrients are still here. But the moment it flowers out like this one, it means all the nutrients are going out to the seeds, to the flower. That's why you will find the bees will be coming here to collect the nectar and etc. So it means the nutrients are being taken by the bees, by the seeds here, and wind also. So it means if your cow can feed at this stage, it will utilize all the nutrients at the same time. So that's why you find in human being, when someone falls sick, we say you go and get honey, take it, maybe when you're chewing cough and etc. It means the bees are very wise. They collect all the medicine, the medicinal nutrients from all different plants to their honey. So it is very important for you to know that the grazing stage, even though you do grazing, matters when you are grazing. Now, right now we are going to talk about calf management, which is also one of the critical areas that you should put emphasis at the farm, because we believe calves are the next herd or the next generation of your cows at the farm. So you need to make sure you manage them very well so that they replace their mothers. So this is our calf management section at RDI, where we make sure that we give them very good care and management because they replace the next generation. And calf management, this is what we do. From day one, they will put them in this upper cubics. They stay there for 1 to 2 weeks. And during that time, we be feeding the colostrum from the mothers, strictly colostrum from the mothers. And we don't give anything apart from milk from their mothers. After 2 weeks, we transfer them from this side to these units they see here. Here, at 2 weeks, these calves will have even started eating their beddings. That is a signal to tell you that they are now ready to start eating. And what do you give to these calves? These calves, they are not supposed to feed from fresh pastures, because their stomach chambers are not yet ready to do the fermentation, to do the changes, everything that is done in the rumen. Even the rumen is not yet well developed. So we only feed these young calves with dry hay. So now this is the water for calves. You see, we just put near it, near the feeds. This is the hay for the calf, and we put water here so that it makes a choice. If it wants to take hay, it will come here and eat hay, and it will come here as well and take water at just freely. The dry hay, it is the one we use to feed these young calves here, because it has got high dry matter content, which is very needed for these calves, because we make sure it helps them to develop their rumen vis-a-vis of putting the fresh pastures. Because when you put fresh pastures, there is that need of converting it into like you've seen the process of making silage, and that's what happens in the rumen. And remember, these calves, their rumen is not yet well developed, so we only give the dry hay so that it helps to develop the rumen, and it is a very good source of energy for these cows. And we will also provide water, because it is a necessity, and also minerals, like as you see them inside here. Remember, this calf, after 2 weeks, they start taking any milk from any cow, not necessarily from their mothers. And remember, we take the body weight of this cow from day one. When it was calved down, we take the body weight of this calf, and we record it here as you see the calf details. So the calf detail reads the ID name, that is the tag name of this calf, then the date of birth, when this calf was given birth, then the body weight. The body weight, we do it on a weekly basis. Every week we take the body weight, and it is believed that if you feed them very well on a daily basis, this calf should be adding on a weight on a daily basis. So every week we take the body weight, and the details is also showing the mother and the milk taken morning and evening. Even if you are a new person here and you come and reach at this unit, you can read and know that this calf is supposed to take 2 or 3 liters basing on its body weight. So we consider the body weight when we are feeding them the milk. And these calves, they will be here for 2 full months. 2 full months they are here. That means they are gaining a lot of weight, and after 2 months we let them to go and start feeding from the grazing paddocks. On the day when they are supposed to go outside, we make sure we deworm them, we make sure we spray them with the acaricide because we are introducing in a very new environment which is hostile. There are ticks, there are worms and many other things. So we make sure we prevent those things like the worm infestation, the acaricides to fight against the ticks and many other things. Then they start now grazing from the fresh pastures. We believe at that stage they will have developed the rumen, and we keep supplementing with the dry hay. Actually, these calves they love dry hay because they like them so much, and like I said, it gives them energy and many other things they get from it. So we supplement them, like you see in the grazing paddocks. There are still troughs where we put the leftovers of silage and also the dry hay. Why do we give the leftovers of silage? Because in this video I had said it earlier that we don't feed silage directly to the calves because there is nothing much we are going to get from calves. That's why we give them the leftovers from the silage, and they are okay, they can eat. But the best feed for these calves, it is pellets, if you can get pellets, and also the dry hay. Yeah. Then we continue caring about the calves not until it attains 150 kilograms of body weight. Then if it attains 150 kilograms of body weight, we believe it is now a grower, like reaching at the stage of a heifer. So we transfer them from here and take them to another farm where we have the dry herd, and they grow from that side. When they reach at the body weight of 352 kilograms, they are now ready to be served, to conceive. That is around to 16, 17 months. Then your now heifer is ready to be serviced with artificial insemination, or if you are using a bull. And you continue caring for that cow not until it makes 7 months of pregnant, and you bring that heifer here for steaming up. You can see it is a very long journey from calf to growers, from growers to heifer, until you service them and bring them here for steaming up. That means you are preparing this heifer to calve down. That's what we do when we are carrying the calves.